welcome to my video. This is a late video. This was actually my Mother's Day haul from my son, one of my sons. And nothing has been really touched. I've had it in the gift bag still. I've been so tied up in all these surgeries I've had and stuff. I'm finally getting to it, play with them and open and do it on camera with you. So what he got me are these two Faber-Castell Gold Faber Aqua markers, Tuscany and Flower. And I have all the other Faber-Castell, like the big pit pens and the skinny pens. I think this has two water-based dye markers with two nibs, soft, flexible brush nib for artistic work, fully water soluble. Does not bleed through paper, acid free. So I guess you could use with and without water. So we'll try that out. I also got Mythographic's Dream Garden, which I'm excited about. I only have a few Mythographic books. And I also got this set of 72 ArtPop watercolor pencils, which we can also try out, which I'm excited about. And he got me the Westcott Eye Point Orbit pencil sharpener. Now, I'm always bragging about my jar link that I've been using for several years now. I was able to go several years without ever having to charge it, and there's no battery. Like, it's like the kind you recharge in your iPhone charger, and that's how long the battery lasted. Now, I don't use it all the time, but I bought it in 2022, I think, and I only finally the other day, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I think I said on camera, I'm like, oh my gosh, my jar link finally died. I had to finally charge it. I couldn't find the charger because it had been so long since I bought it. So anyway, I've gotten tired of, it is bigger than this, and I've gotten tired of going back and forth. Like if I'm coloring in one room and then the other room, having to take my pencil sharpener with me. So I want a different sharpener in each room where I set up my station, like the living room and my bedroom, where I have different work I'm working on in each room. So he got me this one. It's supposed to be really good, titanium bonded, and we will try this out. So first we'll do a quick look at Dream Garden, then we'll try out the Faber-Castell pencils. And I've only recently come into Mythographic when I got Paradise and Voyage. And Paradise I loved so much that I wanted to do the whole book as one of my bucket list coloring books, and because it would be a challenge to me. This cover is coming off, actually. I have to glue that there. And then I purchased for myself Wild Summer, which was really a great book. I did a flip through of that on here. But I love foliage and flowers. Guess I'll be tearing all of these out since the book spine is coming off. Oh, I love that one. Not so much into the hidden objects thing. Oh, I love this one. But you can use whiteout and then color over it, I've heard. Oh, look at the humpback whales and the potted plant. I love that. Oh, love this one. The parrot. Pirate ship. Actually, I haven't looked at this fully. Love that one. Oh, the chessboard. That's cool. I'm really excited. There are 3 new Mythographic books coming out. Rainbow Realms, Magic Apothecary, and Mystical Beasts. Between now and September, they're all 3 coming out, I believe. I pre-ordered all of them, of course. Oh, look at the old ancient ruins in the garden. I love that too. Sometimes I think they put too many pictures in these books. It's overwhelming. I think they could do with just like 25. I don't know how many are in here, but it's got to be more than 25. Oh, look at all those flowers. gorgeous. Little fishies. We will try out our new mediums on this page. I have a water pen I can grab. Oh, I love that, like a magic tree house. Someone is hammering away with a hammer outside. I don't know what they're doing. It's my neighbor. It's really redundant. All day long. All right, that's a beautiful book. That's Mythographic Dream Garden. Everything he got for me, I'll go find on Amazon. I'll link it below if you're interested in finding it. But we're gonna test this out. So first, I want to grab my Arteza water brush. I'm gonna pause this because it needs more water. All right, I filled my Arteza water pen. It's all ready to go. Let's try out these gorgeous Gold Faber aqua markers. And of course I have to try the pink because I love pink. There's two different pinks in here. Pretty. So we got like a brush tip and a fine point. And it says, let's see, pink 229. This one says light magenta 119, so they do have numbers. So let's find, oh, there's that one. I had to pick a page. So we're gonna try out on these little flowers. I just loved this treehouse. Let me see if I can zoom in. See what we can do with these little flowers here. I'm gonna first do it with no pen, no water brush. Oh. This feels a lot like a Tombow. Not overly juicy or fluid, almost more like rough of a feel. I'm gonna blend this. Oh, whoa. That's more of a purple than a pink. Look at that. And this one's more of a red than a hot pink. Not blending great on their own. But I'm gonna get my little water brush and see what happens. All right. I'm going to just kind of pull this lighter color here to the darker color. And it's not doing a lot. And sometimes these water-soluble water pens aren't even this, I guess they're water-based, but you're not supposed to use them with water. So I'm gonna just do solid color then. I think it works better without the water, solid color. But you have to, and you know, sometimes it's the paper and technique, learning to what you're doing. Interesting. So let's do, actually now that I did the water on there, it doesn't look so bad. I'm gonna tip them again. Very sturdy nib, it doesn't really bend. So it's not all squishy like some of the brush marker nibs you might get. I think the trick is to work fast and pull down the color. Okay, yeah, that's part of the problem. I wasn't moving fast enough, and you pull the lighter into the darker. So you can see the difference, that's with and without the water. I like the look without the water, to be honest. We can put a little water on the plain pink one, hot pink one, but it looks more red to me. Let's do the water all and then not on the one next to it. They feel really nice, but I honestly feel like the water effect isn't really doing anything. So I don't know that that's necessarily meant. We'll probably better look with a watercolor pencil. So let's do this one. just going to tip the edge with this other color, working quickly. Quick as you can, and pull that color into downward. Okay, I was doing it wrong. I think pulling the red into the pink, doing it backward. Definitely looks a little better. Wow. We'll do a green leaf as well, so you can see how that looks. And then we'll do the watercolor pencils. Wow, I like, it's really weird. I'm not used to these having markers with brush nibs on the water medium pens that are it's so firm, which I guess is because it's a higher quality, not like a cheap one. Looks like it's bringing up a little bit of the paper. Oh, yeah, see, I just went the red upward that time again. It looks totally different when you do it that way. Yeah, so this is definitely going to take some getting used to. Got some on the house, too. So I'm wearing the wrong glasses. I'm wearing my driving glasses, not my reading glasses. So you can see the difference here. Let's pull that pink down. Yeah, I could play with it more, but so with and without water looks entirely different. I feel like I need to go over this one with pencil so it looks a little nicer. Looks a little splotchy. Let's try the green and some yellow for a leaf. I've got 2 colors here. Comes with a little booklet. Let's do this leaf here. I think what I'll do, maybe I will, how do I want to try this? I'm gonna do just a little. No idea if these colors are gonna go well together because I haven't swatched anything. Guessing not. You can kind of pull that yellow into the green. Yeah, see, that's not a good color combo. This looks very retro, 1960s carpet. Let's try the water brush. Yeah, see, it's not really, maybe it's the paper or it's not really meant to use much water. It's not really blending like it would a pencil. It's just softening it a little. Yeah, it's not really doing a whole lot for the 2 colors. Okay, let's do a little more. Just kind of get some color on there, and then we're going to try to blend it. Bring that yellow up to the green. And this one, I mean, the water brush looks better than it did on the flower. That means something. Actually, in this case, I kind of want to bring the green more into the yellow to kind of cover it so it looks splotchy. It's not bad. I think I almost like them better without the water. You can retouch up. Oh, look at that. When I'm retouching it and there's water on the page, it's blotting the ink almost, like in blobs. And can almost tear up the paper if I'm not careful. That's an interesting effect. I'm going to take yellow. Get a little bit of the paper. It's taken up there. Gotta be careful. Just kind of playing around, see what we can do here. was an interesting experiment to kind of put it back down onto the wet spot. Yeah, in that case it bled over, so I'm going to have to do a darker sky to cover that or white it out. Wow, interesting. Let's try a little purple. Oh, that's red. And then we'll move on to the pencils. We're going to do, I think we'll do this flower here. I have this pretty purple. I'm just going to straight up do it a solid color. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. Obviously, with any water-based marker, pen, whatever, depending on the paper you're using, you have to get used to it and learn the best effect and technique for that particular paper and pen. So you might have to do some trial and error stuff like I'm doing. This is really pretty. I like it without the water brush. Wow, that looks nice. Really like that. Ooh, that's a nice purple. Yeah, that leaf just looks like something you'd see on the Three's Company set or something. Like, I just don't know. Ooh, I wonder if we can put a little bit of pink over the purple right there. That show? Not too much. That's kind of fun. So overall, I like them. I like them better by themselves. I'm going to zoom out. Well, you can zoom in. Yeah, that leaf, look, see it bled over when it was wet, and then I touched things back on it is when it bled. It didn't bleed the first time. Let's actually do a solid color on this hot pink so you can see what it looks like. This is the Blooms set. I'm gonna have to really play with these till I get a feel for how to blend them and how they work. Yeah, these do feel like a Pitt pen. I use my Pitt pens a lot on the pages I don't want to bleed through. Although they have a very fine point. I really like that color. I don't like that leaf, that mustardy. That was an experiment gone wrong. But it's not terrible. Not terrible. And overall, I like these, so I'm just gonna have to play with them some more till I get used to them. So I think now we're gonna work on the pencils. We're gonna try out some water-based ArtPop pencils. Let's do that next. All right, so we're going to open these up here. Take a look. Let's open them. I do think those Pitt pens will be good on little things where you don't want bleed through. In fact, did I check? That's interesting. All right, well, here's what you need to know. It did bleed through when I used the water brush, these two. It did not bleed through on the two solid colors. So I'm thinking maybe you're not supposed to use a water brush on these, even though they're the aqua. I'm thinking it just means it's a water-based pen. So just know if you use the water, it will bleed through. So lesson learned. Ooh, oh, there's a missing pencil. And it was plastic sealed. Oh, there it is. I was getting worried there. Look at that. They're nice wood barrels. ArtPop watercolor light purple. Ooh, there's 3 trays. Ah! This is why I put all mine in cases. 3 trays because they're flimsy. Look at that. Ooh. I like. So I think what we'll do is get some greens to try out on the different greens for some different leaves. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use some of these greens. I want us to try out my new pencil sharpener. So I'm going to pause, open, see if it needs batteries, and we will continue. So I opened it up, as you can see. There is no charger. It is AA batteries. So I got my AA batteries in. That's even better because I'm really bad and I always lose my chargers. And my son tried it first, charged one of his pencils in there. I'm going to try one of mine. His was like a elementary school pencil. So I got 3 greens we're going to try. These pencils are nice and light and airy, silky wood. It's not like rough wood. So I'm going to hold it. Whoa, it's twisting the pencil, so you got to hold it in place. Wait a minute. Am I doing that right? Ah! It takes a little getting used to. All right. I think I am. Okay. All right, so that one looks nice and pretty sharp. Can you see that? It's pretty sharp. You could keep going, but I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to do a couple. I'm going to sharpen a few of these, and then we will continue. I figured it out. I was doing it wrong, of course. I did sharpen all of these. I have a Holbein, an Arteza, and a Color. And the ones we're doing now, which is the ArtPop, I'm going to do here. I have an Arteza Pastel, and I have another Holbein here. Whoa, look how fast that one just sharpened. See that? Whoa, that's almost too sharp. This one is octagon shape. I don't know if that's going to work, but... Oh my gosh, it does. Look at that. So it does work. I hadn't taken the sticker thing off on the inside, so I wasn't fully getting it. Whew. All right. So we've got a good pencil sharpener. Now that I'm not the most mechanically inclined. That actually works better than my Jar Link, but my Jar Link is old, so it's kind of questionable. I think the blades are starting to run down. I want to do some of these leaves here with these ArtPop water pencils. I got 3 colors, like a dark, a medium, and a light. I think they're a dark, medium, light. I can't exactly swatch them. And I'm going to color on dry, and then we're going to use the water brush. Ooh, kind of buttery soft on here. With water pencils, you don't have to worry about covering every inch because you're going to blend. Oh, they're nice and soft. I almost got it too pointy for us. This is the medium green for a bigger surface. Oh, wow. They're very soft. They're not scratchy. They're very, like, fluffy kind of. Let's get the light green. Get these little edges here. Blend in some of this lighter green. Actually, they're looking pretty good dry, to be honest, for our first layer. Kind of goes on like a castle art, maybe. It's not really waxy, like I don't get a lot of crumbs. It's hard to explain. It's not dry and hard either. So I got all those colors kind of mixed. So now I want to use my Arteza water brush again. We are gonna How much water do I have on this brush? I'm not even sure. Not too much. These, now keep in mind, these are actual watercolor pencils, so they should blend way better than those pens. Yes, it is. Look at that. Thank goodness. Ooh. I got too much water on my brush, but the Mythographic paper does tear up if you use too much water. Look at that. Perfect, seamless watercolor blending. So this will be great for a background, actually. And what happens if I put a pencil, like a medium, back on the wet surface? Yeah, see, that tears up the paper a little. Have to be careful. If you want to add a little more color. Well, it still worked. Oh, wow, I really like it. I'm surprised. I think I'm surprised how smooth it is. We should try just the two darker ones then. We'll try just the two darker ones. I'm doing a very soft touch here. Not even worrying how much color I'm doing or blending, because get the medium green. We could even go with a little yellow. We'll do that on a different leaf. Not doing that lighter green. I'm doing all the way this green. And we'll look in the back and see if it bled through at all. Surprisingly, this Mythographic paper is pretty thin, I have to admit. In all the Mythographic books. I don't know, it just is. Let's get this darker one again. A little more dark. And see, I'm layering it up a little. Gonna put a little more on the medium layer in. And water brush. Not even gonna squeeze more water on, just barely any water on it. We'll do a little bit less water than last time. Wow, that blends instantly. I know he got these pencils on Blick, but I think they cost more because they're out on Amazon. I wasn't going to get here on time if you got on Amazon because of Mother's Day, but I think they're on Amazon now, so I'll link it below if I find them. Ooh. Okay, let's try some other colors. How about we try a little... Let's try a little brown. I got a little card here we could try on. I want to try a little bit of brown on that deck. Sorry, the steps to the treehouse. And keep in mind, I'm doing this completely blank because I have not swatched these. I have no idea what the colors are going to look like once they're done. So I'm going to do these steps here. We're going to sharpen first. Okay, perfect. Wow, that gets really sharp really quick. I'm going to color on the inside of this card, just see which one's darker. All right, got the darker one. I'm gonna do some darker areas here on the wood. And on camera, I'm doing this way faster than I would do off camera because I don't want y'all to be bored to tears. I'm also not sitting in the chair I usually color at, so it's an awkward angle for my hand doing it on camera like this. This one has a little red tone to it almost. Let's take that lighter brown and kind of blend it. I do have to say it's working nicely on the mythographic paper despite the thinness of the paper. This one a little darker. We'll do the other step a little lighter. I always like my edges on wood steps to be darker so you can see where the steps begin. Just do some long strokes here. All right, I'm doing this really quick so we can just see what it looks like, but I do want to take this dark, put a little bit more details back on that step. All right, water brush, here we are, ready to experiment. Here we go. Whoa. Apparently that one was like a maroon, not a brown. So I didn't even look at the color name. See, the barrel, I have to say the barrel colors are not matching the final color. So swatch before you color. You can go back over though with the pencil, the darker brown. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take long or hardly any effort for that water to blend it. Yeah, I think it works great. Which was the darker one? The second one. I guess we could try to put a little brown back on there. Gotta be careful you don't rip up the paper when it's wet. I also don't like my papers to buckle. So if you don't like it, once it's fully dry, you can go over with a regular pencil, like a Prismacolor, and add in some, make it darker if you need to. Yeah, okay, so these steps will be kind of a maroon colored wood, cherry wood. Well, I think they work really well. Obviously I don't have any other papers to try. I have a card, but that's really thin. I don't have any other papers right in front of me. We could potentially try, let's see. Let's try an orange. What do I have here? Here's a different pink. Let's do some different pink. Wait, are those the same pinks I did? No, because we did markers. Ha! Totally losing my mind. So we're going to do similar pinks to those pens on the pencils and test them out. Look how fast that sharpened. All right. We'll compare it to the Faber-Castell aqua pens. Shoot, I need to test which is the darker pink. And the color dry looks totally different than the color wet also. Just be prepared. All right, I'm going to do just again like half the petals and the darker one. I love watercolor pencils for backgrounds and a water brush because you can get the background done real quick. Wait till you guys see my Tomislav Tomic dragon. I finished my first Tomislav Tomic picture, and I'll show you what I colored in June video, but it's a 2-page spread and it took forever. But I did watercolor pencils, Derwent watercolor pencils, ink tints for the sky. And honestly, these seem to work just as well. Obviously, I haven't swatched all the colors, but some of that dark pink back in. And we're gonna try to water brush this. Obviously, it looks lighter when it's dry. All right, water brush, there you are. You can buy these Arteza water brushes in like a 5-pack. I've had mine for a couple years and I haven't run out, so. Oh, too much water. Wiped off a little bit of water. These are definitely lighter pinky blooms than the aqua water markers. Ooh, very soft pinks. I like this. Like. Ooh, I love it. Wow, these are really good. Really easy. Like there's barely any water on my brush. I'm barely touching anything. And you see, I didn't even cover all the tooth on the page or put much effort into how much color went down because you're all just going to blend it in anyway. There you go. Yeah, I love it. I like the pencils better than the markers with water. I like the markers best plain. This was blended. Wasn't this one without water? This one was with water. So the pencils, look at that. None of those pencils went through. Those are the original ones I did with the water pen. Oh no, eventually I went back and I did do the water on that one, I think. Let me zoom out so you can see better. Pretty sure I did. So yeah, it's still those original ones bleeding through, not the new stuff I did with the pencils. Yeah, I think I did go back over this one with water at the end. So if you do get the Faber-Castell aqua Fabers or whatever, if you don't want them to bleed through, then don't use water. So that was kind of fun. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna try to finish this picture tonight and check out those pencils. I think they're nice and light and fluffy, these ArtPops. Really unique colors as well. So I love how light and thin. They're thin, very light. Like they don't it doesn't even feel like you're holding a pencil. It's really neat. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. That was fun testing out my Mother's Day present. I'm gonna keep on coloring.